2, 3, and...
Just between us, because I trust you. Let me ask, how do the blind become so famous? They claim they've seen it all, no fact too large or small. Truth be told, they can't even find the door. At the crosswalks, they click their silly canes, offer an arm and they dismiss you with disdain. How can the deformed, the sightless, parade so proud and righteous? To those with eyes, the injustice is so plain. Let's raise a glass to those on the outside, forever silent, forever nameless. To the millions aghast at the theater, muted witness to the horror on life stage, condemned to suffer through the antics of the few. Someone tell me, how do the blind become so famous? I am never so bedeviled, vexed, speechless, as when I wonder, how do the deaf become so famous? Oh, they pretend they've heard, but they miss every other word, then lecture on about cruelty and beauty. Oh, they go on endlessly about symphonies, despite the absence of one good clue. If for a moment their ears were miraculously cleared, they'd hear the peddlers snickering all around them. Let's raise a glass to those pushed to the outside, forever silent, forever nameless. To the millions aghast at the theater, muted witness to the horror on life stage, condemned to suffer through the antics of the few. How do they do it? I'd like to know. How do the deaf become so famous? Try to imagine that pigs could fly, or that dogs could learn to drive. Suppose that chimps somehow were winning elections. Suppose a bear could solo on trombone, or answer the telephone. Why, it makes a mockery of natural selection. Now I am humble, I know my limitations, so it's fair to ask, how do the dull become so famous? Oh, they prance across the screen, show up in magazines. You'd think stupidity was their sole qualification. Ah, they can't tell crap from Christmas, can't tell left from right. Put on the spot, they know not king from queen, no rook from knight. They spout as revelation the tragic observation, then scan the horizon like peacocks of genius. Let's raise a glass to those pushed to the outside, forever silent, forever nameless. To we, the millions aghast at the theater, what have we done to deserve such an awful play? Condemned to suffer through the antics of the few. How do they do it? I know there's a trick. How do the dull become? Oh, everyone now, from the cheap seats, let's raise a glass to those left on the outside.